And get started, you guys. Today is Wednesday, so you know what that means. It's Anonymously Ari at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's 7 p.m. Eastern.
Easter
Eastern. Eastern
E-
time.
Eastern time. That's how my wife says it, so that's how it's said.
Eastern.
Every
I
single
like
time
it.
y'all
I like
say this, you
it.
just
That's
add
the
another
word.
Hey,
Eastern.
letter to this
and
word. Can somebody please
Kodak,
give me the official spelling for Eastern?
I
I need the
did.
official.
Eastern. Eastern.
look, Kodak
What, living
need
room? Don't look at me like that.
Kodak need to get that back to the dancers right there. He trying to do his drink stuff. He need to get that back.
I'm done.
Don't
Maybe if he
judge
was in the
me, though.
club, you know.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Don't do my Kodak like that. Kodak is lit. Kodak is life.
King ain't wrong. King ain't wrong.
I was gonna
Okay.
add the E to Eastern, but I didn't.
Okay.
So yes, you guys, welcome to Anonymously Ari. We have an amazing cast today. We always start with the ladies first, so I'm gonna ask and request that you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves. Let the crowd know what you guys have going on. And as they're doing so, you guys in the comments, make sure you hit everyone in the box with a fade. So Secrets, go ahead, introduce us, and let us know what you have going on.
Hello, everyone. My name is Secret's Kitchen. I do a secret to tell every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do a true crime and ASMR show, so we get to listen to some amazing, crunchy foods, and you get to hear a fun true crime story. And I mainly stream on Fridays and Saturdays. Eastern
Thank you,
Standard, not
Secret.
Eastern.
Not on Eastern, on Eastern, right?
Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. You heard, and you heard it here first.
It's a
Rexus,
wonderful-
go ahead and
All right.
introduce
So,
yourself,
hey,
please.
Secrets, we're gonna do this. Whenever I need that word said, I'm pointing to you. You're gonna fill in that word. You ready? All right, cool. We got this. So what's up, y'all? My name is Rexus. I host Executive Chef Wars. That's every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Eastern.
Standard Time. You know what I mean? We've been doing it for about 18 months. It's been a blast. Shout out to my house judge, Ari, up in the building. I appreciate y'all. Besides that, you can usually catch me 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Well, that's what she said. Standard time till midnight. Usually late night streaming, chilling back. What up, King?
Man, what's going on? Rex's secrets in this thing. Miss Ari, how everybody doing? I hope I'm not lagging over here because I felt like I was lagging. But what up?
I look good on my
You good?
side.
Yeah, shout out to everybody up in there. You know, King of Diamonds, you call me Kingy. Co-host with Ari tonight. Every Wednesday night. Make sure y'all tap in with us if you brand new up in here. You know. But yeah. Oh yeah, make sure y'all tap in with me. Me and Rello in the morning. We bring it Throwback Thursday back for another week. We back 9 a.m. Eastern, excuse me. Yeah, 9 a.m. Eastern time. And then my feature show, longest running music showcase show. We almost at 3 years. It's warm in my heart almost. Okay. But yeah, man, you know, shout out to the whole panel up in here. I see what you did up here with this panel too.
I did. Fame, are you still in the building, Fame? Let me know if you're still in the building.
Fame. APB out for fame.
Bang.
You know, he probably came.
Send out a SOS. Fame,
Here.
can you request the box, please?
He came.
What's up, man?
Come up,
Came.
introduce yourself.
What's
Let
he
us know
saying?
what you got going on, Fame. Let us know why they call you Fame. Hello?
All right, one sec.
All right. So while Fame is getting ready to come up, we'll go ahead and start with our first story. Our first story is actually about athlete Dwayne Wade. So Dwayne Wade's ex-wife, Siobhan Wade,
Going there?
has, yes,
Oh man.
yeah. Dwayne Wade's
Here.
ex-wife, Siobhan Wade, has filed a legal document with the court in an attempt to block their son/daughter, Zion/Zaya Wade from changing her gender legally from male to female. Media Takeout has confirmed. Zaya came out as transgender 2 years ago when she was just 13 years old, with the full support of her father, NBA star Dwayne Wade, and his wife, Gabrielle Union. Since then, as Media Takeout has reported, Zaya has gained international notoriety. The 15-year-old has walked the catwalk at Paris Fashion Week and landed lucrative endorsement deals. Last month, Dwayne Wade went to court to have Zaya's name changed from birth name to from Zion to Zaya, and to have her gender changed and issuance of a new birth certificate. In legal documents obtained, Siobhan claims that Dwayne is attempting to go over the requirements of the Illinois final custody order judgment entered on March 14, 2011. According to Siobhan's legal team, the final custody order mandates that Dwayne Wade shall discuss with and obtain input in the major decisions affecting care, welfare, activities, health, education, and religious upbringing before any major decisions like changing Zaya's gender can be made. Siobhan argues that Zaya is 15 and a half years old and that she can hold off for 2 more years before making life-changing decisions. But according to Siobhan and Dwayne's family, she presumably feels like they're pushing forward with the gender change for financial reasons, presumably speaking upon Gabrielle Union. So, my question is, whose decision is it when it comes to Zaya's sex change?
Ladies first.
Ugh. Okay, so this is my thing. Because, as a mother, a lot of people don't know my oldest son is gay. I could care less. If he wanted to change his gender, it's not something I honestly would do with him. I would be like, if you want to do that, cool, but you need to be 18 first, because that's when you start making your own decisions. I understand you can be a supportive parent and still have rules.
Mm-hmm.
Like my daughter, she can be 12. She's not getting fake nails at 12. We're gonna support whatever, but no, you're not doing that. And she has to be monitored, of course, with certain things. I mean, honestly, and they're celebrities. There's nothing wrong with setting your children up for generational wealth as well. If it's beneficial to him, her, whatever, then I guess I don't really see what the issue is. Honestly, it doesn't really seem like exploitation to me. It's a great support system, but sometimes I think it's too much. There seems to be no rules and boundaries. Like it just don't seem to be none. But hey,
Agree.
me.
Rexus, what do you think? Whose decision is it when it comes to Zaya's sex change?
At the end of the day, the whole point is to be an individual. So for me, at the end of the day, it's up to you when you're of legal age to make that decision. If you've been waiting for this long, I don't see anything wrong with another 2 years. There's really no difference. If you can identify however you want to identify, but if you want to make that choice, if it's been this long, 2 more years ain't gonna hurt. You can wait, because honestly, at the end of the day, it should be up to the person's decision. You make that decision, but yeah, you ain't doing that right now. You can wait.
That's a good way to look at it. What's 2 more years for you to wait to make such a drastic decision? Fame, what do you think? Whose decision is it when it comes to Zaya's sex change?
I don't know. I don't want to. I'm not in full agreement with it at all, so it's kind of hard for me to really make an analysis about this situation.
Respect.
Respectfully though, is it you know, the kid, for real, to be honest with you though, like if it was anybody's you know what I'm saying, opinion or whatever, or it's the kids, for real. I think that you can't control your kid, for real. Kid gonna be what your kid wanna be. Like, I mean, mom and dad really, it's up to y'all to either even if you're not in agreement, you know what I'm saying? It's up to it's really their perspective against the kid that's gonna do whatever they want to do anyway. So I mean, I don't really feel like it's really their option, for real. I mean, you know, if they're gonna allow their kid to be that anyway, then why are you trying to? What are you trying to navigate it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't agree with it. You know.
Right. Agreed. King.
Whew. Man, yeah, I saw this. I believe I saw this on Instagram, and I, kind of just looked at it like, huh? Uh, my whole thing, I could see, you know, as where the mother come from, being a parent of I got two boys and a girl, so I kind of, from a parent perspective, you want to support your child. Whatever they got going on, we're gonna support it. But I honestly don't feel like it's a publicity stunt per se. I just feel like they're just trying to be, the good parents, because, like, for one, what I mean, my kids, they got two birthdays and two Christmases, really. They got birthday with their mom, they got birthday with me. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So just from their perspective, they trying to be the good parents. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I just
Right.
feel like I mean, that is a major life decision. Uh, the child really just came out as identifying as, what I mean, like being a homosexual just like 2-3 years ago. And then it
Mm-hmm.
was like last
Right.
year or maybe 2 years when they started all this, the child want to change genders. Okay, that's fine. But you, wait a minute. Whoa, slow down. You know what I mean? You might,
Right.
want to procreate. So,
Hey, King, can I ask you a question? Because I co-parent, you co-parent, right?
correct.
When it comes to something like that, for me, like I have an issue. Like, why can't shout out to co-parent? Like, where are we butting heads on this issue? Because we butting heads somewhere. Where are we? And we're like, where does co-parenting come in on that? Like, how?
Right.
What?
Well,
Somebody's got to be drastic left, and somebody's got to be drastic
I
right. I don't
so
even feel like
like
there's any company.
so there's a valid point though on this situation, and I just want to touch on this real quick. Like, all right, so Dwayne Wade and whatever, what's the child's name? Ziana,
Zaya.
Zaya,
Yeah,
Thank you.
Diana.
Yeah.
Zumpton. What Zumpton is the child name today?
Indeed.
Hey, Zumpton. Okay, so
Zay.
Zumpton. Okay, Zumpton's mother and Dwayne Wade had a like a falling out. You know what I mean? That's how he was awarded custody of the daughter. His home was, it was deemed more fit in that situation. So it's like, all right, so it's kind of like I can feel him, because the stuff that he said about her is, oh, she's just doing this for publicity, and she is still bitter and this, that, and the third or whatever. Because, no disrespect to no women in here, women can do that, men do it also, but it just in this situation specifically, like, uh yeah, that's how I feel about that. So I don't know, man. But back to the
Yeah.
question. Uh, hell no, you can't
Right.
do that.
Right.
You better wait till
Right.
you're 18. I got
And you
one
know
about to be
what?
18 now. So
Yeah. And you know what? And I think that that's why, you know what I'm saying, because that's the politically correct way to say no. to this kid is like a little star baby, or you know what I'm saying. So these people are, you know what I'm saying, that Dwayne Wade and them will get scrutinized if they just outright said no.
Right.
So he like,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? He like, you know, well, we can control, you know, 'cause we're
Right.
the parents. Wait till you're 18, but they really want to say no. Don't do this.
I
Like,
mean,
you know what I'm saying? So
in the world we live in now, how do you establish rules without being accused of it being something else? Like, how can you flirt with a woman without it being a Me Too movement? How can you say, no, you can't
yeah,
use this restroom without you looking like you're being, like, discriminatory? Like, how are we
right.
able to set boundaries without being able to say anything?
It's impossible.
Here's
Like,
my
It's
thing,
impossible. So my
in
next
in
question. Okay, go ahead, Alexis. I'm sorry.
now, like, my thing is, in the world that we live in right now, everybody is so public about everything that's going on. You can't fight with your significant other and drive to work without it being on Instagram. I just hate it when you just don't understand, and she doing the same daggone thing. I think nowadays how we deal with that is going back to how relationships should be. That's your business. The more people in your business, the more problems that you have. Keep it inside your four walls.
Big facts.
I can agree.
No
My next
problems there
question
because
was
you don't know
going to
what's going
be
on in here. What you
my
got?
next question was going to be what age do you think a kid should be able to
yeah.
make these type of decisions on their own? But I what I'm getting is majority of you guys are saying 18. Does that sound
When
about
they
right?
Yeah,
That is the legal
You
age.
can kind of
move
move
out
that
of
to
being
21 at
yeah,
this
illegal.
point in time.
because
I
Yeah.
say you can
at
move
that
that to
point
21, real talk.
I could legally kick you out the house, and you can legally go your own way and do whatever you want to do. All right, if you ain't gonna do this in my house, you're not gonna do.
I think 18 is a little bit too young
I'm
because at
sorry.
18 I was still a little indecisive about life decisions I made. At 18 I was still a little childish. So I think personally 18 is still a bit of a young age to make such a drastic decision, and I honestly believe even 21 um, is a bit of a young
Yeah,
age to make such a drastic decision. Um,
you right.
so my next question is: do you guys think that social publicity added on to pressure for Zaya to make such a change? Do you think her coming out to the public and her being on social media and announcing her sex change and now dressing as a female and wearing makeup, do you think that has pressured her in any kind of way now to get a sex change?
Oh, Secret's
I
back.
think
Go
that
ahead,
it
Secret. Lady
encouraged.
first. Once you're done.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Mom life.
Secret.
So, yeah. You said, is it pressure for them to change with?
Do you think that pressured Zaya to want or push to get a sex change? Do you think social media has weighed down on her to make the decision to want to get a sex change?
Um, Unfortunately, I think that does affect the decision because when you have so many people like fighting for their rights, um, especially when your kids are so easily influenced. I was easily influenced before. Like, we all have to learn, that as we get older. But if it was, gosh, man, I think it's social media because there's no one to have, like, what kind of conversations are they having with her? Apparently, like, she's seeing a therapist, she's doing this, she's doing that. But if you have a billion people saying, oh, hell yeah, like, go for it, you know what I mean? Of course you're like, see, they said it, they said it, so it must be okay. And honestly, I don't care. It's not freaking okay. It is not.
Right.
Them grow up and do that stuff when they can get out and pay their own bills. It don't have to be in your home. You could be supportive and still have rules. That's what I keep saying. Like, but it's everybody want to follow the bandwagon. Everybody want to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's afraid to say something because they don't want to get, canceled. Like we need that old school
Mm-hmm.
because everybody's just so sensitive. But that's just my
I agree.
opinion.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Fame.
All right, Rexus
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm gonna let Fame go. I cut him.
or
Go ahead,
Fame?
Fame.
I was gonna agree with Kitchen. Like for real, I think that the reason why you know the kid want to do it in the first place is because of social media. Like social media that involves so much, man, that you see too much. These kids see too much. They got too much access to all of this stuff. Like when we was growing up, like you know what I'm saying, I barely knew anything about homosexuality or sex changes, and I didn't know what this stuff was. These kids, they growing up in this world where they exposed to it and they want to try different things. Like
Mm-hmm.
kids just naturally want to try stuff. Like you know what I'm saying? That's why you got to tell a kid, hey man, don't stick that in that sock. He wants to play with that. He wants to play with fire. He wants to, like you know what I'm saying? They start to see all of this stuff on social media, and that definitely has impacted this kid tremendously. It's hard to really raise your kids nowadays because social media gonna raise your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, I really do feel like you know what I'm saying that it's impactful, like very persuasive to this kid.
Agree.
And then when he go out and also he know exactly what to do. He went straight to social media and told his
Mm-hmm.
story and what he wanted to do, and now it is hard for Dwayne Wade to
To
really
have
like try to
anything
stop him.
yep.
Yeah, right,
Ain't hard for me.
right.
So here's my thing. I honestly, right. I ain't got to do nothing except not you. You got to do it. I'm just gonna sit here for the next 2 years.
Right. No, yeah, for
Here's my
real.
here's
You ain't
my
gonna pay
thing
for
though, and I
it.
think it's unfortunate. We knew this. We knew this child's name before they even had an actual ID. Like we've known this child's name forever and ever and ever. They've been on our Facebook feeds, they've been on our Instagram, they've been on magazines, on the side of buses. This kid has never actually had the opportunity to really be a kid at all. And we talk about so many of the influences, social media, da da da, take all that out the gate. If somebody says, hey, let's do a commercial, wear these jeans. Here's this much. Wear this outfit right here. Here's another 10 million on top of that. And more people are driving you towards that, and you find out that that's really what gets people's attention. That stardom, because well, what are my fans like? What do they think? And you find out that the people around you begin to mold you. Like, I don't think that this child has been protected at all. When it comes to simply being a child, they've been driven through the streets from day one. I don't think that this child has really even had the opportunity to really think on their own. So that's the reason why I say 21, because you ain't even had a chance to think. When you step out the door, there's cameras outside. When you open your phone, I don't even want to know how many text messages are going to the phone. Like,
And that's
you've never had a
unfortunate.
chance to really think on your own.
But that's why they get into
Yeah.
the real world when they get real consequences. They're like, yeah,
What? I
like
can't? What do you mean I
you
can't?
come from a bubble, like you come from the 1%. It's real out here in these streets for some of us. Like we're not afforded the same opportunities, so we got to work a little harder. It's no silver spoon. It's not a easy to get an acting gig or a modeling gig. Like you already got one foot in the door. I'm trying to get my elbow up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just how it is. So hard.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, that was a good point from both of y'all, from all of y'all, really. But yeah, let me see. So, I mean, in the ideal world, as a parent, I mean, I feel like you can't per se put an age on it because if they are 18, they can legally move out, and if they're responsible enough. But from just what Rex has touched on, I mean, I feel like this is still a coming from a child's mind.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds like a very childish decision as adults to be making. I mean, then what Fame was saying about children already being exposed. In their case, I mean, they're supporting your child, and then they're just doing too much, in my opinion.
Right.
And like they've taken this child to the gay parade. Are we serious? I mean, there's transgenders there, with the little outfits on and stuff like that, and all type of stuff going on at there. I mean, this
Yeah,
cool
that's a
for a
bit
child's
too much.
eyes.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
them
no
parades be
disrespect,
kind of lit. I will say that. Them parades
Hey,
be
They have
fun.
not been
hey,
protected.
but it shouldn't be for a child, in my
Right.
opinion.
Definitely not.
No,
Definitely not.
not for no kids.
You know what I mean?
Definitely
So,
not.
we're gonna take, come on, man. Like,
There should be an age limit to go to
Right,
them
you
things.
shouldn't even be
it should
here.
be
real,
an
for real.
age limit. Yeah.
If I can't watch a rated R movie before I'm 18, why should I be
Yes.
able to go there? Because that's rated R, man. And if you really ask me, man, that's like, you know what I'm saying? For real, that's not PG-13. I'm just keeping it 100. Like,
That's not
it's not no
PG-13 at all.
PG-13.
I'm telling you.
That's not
Right.
PG-13.
I don't even know what's wrong with TV. They allow you to curse, but then they gonna put that in your face. They won't allow you to use some profanity in these shows, but then they'll put this stuff. And that's
Like P
come on,
Valley
man.
did.
Be real.
Ugh.
Oh God. Yes. That. Okay. That's all.
We don't speak the devil's name anymore. Hey, shout out to everybody up here, man. Y'all, man. Shout out to everybody for coming to the show. Miss Ari, with Ari, Anonymously Ari. Okay, what you got over there? What you got cooking over there?
All right, you guys. So that's the last bit of my questions for that story. Discussing Dwayne Wade's ex-wife filing a legal document to try and stop the sex change of their son/daughter Zion/Zaya. Welcome everyone to Anonymously Ari every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you guys are faving all the guests on the panel. We have an amazing segment tonight, and make sure you guys fave Kingy, my co-host. Fame, we didn't get to hear you introduce yourself. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Let us know what you got going on.
Who is this?
Who that be?
Who is this? Who is this
Hey.
guy over here?
What's good? What's good? All right, y'all. So I'm Fame. I'm just gonna go in order. I'm gonna start with content that I had yesterday. All right, y'all. So yesterday on Tuesdays, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern time, we got Tuned In, and that's in I Dream of Britney's Live. It's Tuned In, I Dream of Britney's Live. The first 5-man playlist battle that went down. I'm gonna tell y'all I lost. It is what it is. All right, and then all right, and then at 10 p.m. Eastern time, I'm in hot topics. You know what I'm saying, with Rello for bedtime stories. It's the after party. The hot topics after party is bedtime stories. Make sure that y'all tap into that every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Then I got this lineup on Saturday. It's crazy, y'all. All right, so we're gonna bring back our hood debates. Me and my boy just came back to the app and he wanted to get the content back going. So this week we're gonna officially start back with my fifth show, which is the hood debates. We're bringing that back to tag. That's me and Yo-Yo. That's going to go down at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And then you can catch me at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday for my feature show, Two Lies and the Truth. That's me and Rello. And then right after that, you can catch me at the G Code at the 8 p.m. spot, coming in hot. Me and King of Diamonds represent half of that four-man duo. All right?
Too.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, you know,
Busy.
on there. And King of Diamonds, y'all. We got shows on shows,
Right.
y'all. And I ain't done yet.
He still got 7 more shows.
Yeah, they about to come. They coming.
Busy.
Yeah.
And that, you guys, is fame. So you can't catch him. I don't know why.
Hey,
Name's the name. Famous.
Okay. So again, make sure you guys save everyone on this panel. They do have stuff going on. Besides being on my show, they got their own stuff going on. So be sure to check them out. The story we're going to discuss now is about Takeoff. Last week, the world of hip hop lost one of its stars. Takeoff, 1/3 of hip hop group The Migos, was shot and killed following an argument over a dice game inside a Houston bowling alley. Before the tragic killing, the Migos trio had reportedly split up, with Quavo and Takeoff continuing on with the Migos brand and Offset going solo. While Now Media Takeout has received word that it appears as if Quavo and Offset has patterned up whatever differences they had and are committed to staying close and possibly reuniting as a Migos duo. A person close to Migos explained Offset and Quavo are both grieving their family, and so the rift they have been through is now over. The friend also tells Media Takeout that Offset's wife, Cardi B, is the one who helped bring the cousins back together. She continued, Cardi is really stepping up and helping everyone during this troubling time. Cardi is also grieving and has been noticeably silent on social media since Takeoff's killing. So my first question is, do you believe that this would have been mended before such tragedy of Takeoff's life being taken? Do you think that the Migos would have ever gotten back together
No.
before this tragedy? No.
See the comments. The comments have spoken.
And that's so unfortunate because I know what it's like to not be talking to someone. That's actually happened to me twice. So, and it really sucks that it takes tragedy to bring people together, you know, because sometimes it could bring you together or it could make you drift apart. Fortunately for them, the rift wasn't so bad that it had to stay bad. So I'm glad they are mending everything, you know, kiss y'all loved ones, tell them y'all love them. Try not to stay mad forever. You know, each day is a new day. But no, I don't feel like it would have been mended. I feel like, you know, people are stubborn when they're mad and everybody thinks they're right sometimes. And when everybody thinks they're right, what is there to say?
Yeah.
You know, so it sucks that had to happen for them to be free. But I hope they do reunite. And I hope they come together and make some good music for Takeoff. And also, that was very unfortunate. Imagine minding your own business and boom, you out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a sad situation for it's like there's no winners in that.
At all.
Nothing wrong.
I don't know why, but when I first heard the story, when I first heard they was broke up and then he passed away, I thought it was all like a setup or something like that. I'm just gonna say, I don't think that I'm gonna answer the question. I don't think that they would have got back together though, like without the death though. To be honest with you, but I mean, it's a lot of money there now.
Right.
So it's a lot of money there now. So I mean, you gotta factor that into there. Like just like when King Von died. I mean, let's just be honest. Lil Durk profit a lot off of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Migos, Quavo, and Offset, they about to profit off of this. Like, let's just be honest.
Right. It's just business. So
at this point. Rexus, do you believe that this would have been mended before such tragedy took place?
No. My thing is that it sucks that it takes something like that to just make you realize that, hey, I kind of like that person over there after all. Like, that means that legitimately to be said, it was probably something. To me, it wasn't big of a deal as we made it. Because, like I said, if this could have fixed it, we could have fixed this ourselves a while back. We chose not to. We chose to be petty. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta let them things go. You know what I mean? If it was that big of a deal, it should have never been able. Like we chose to be
Mhm.
paid. We chose to just kind of ignore it because we could. We had time. Nothing's going to happen. We got time. You know what I mean? And it's real bad that, like I said,
Right.
it takes something like that. Of like I said, we were out just chilling today, and tomorrow it's like it's completely different. Like you don't. There's no time to be petty. There's no time to be petty. Because tomorrow is never promised.
No.
Yep.
No, it's not.
Bring
Nah, big facts. You can say that again, for real, for real. But kind of what I want to add on it. Um, I'm gonna say first of all, it's like they really weren't beefing per se. It was business. You know what I mean? That's why Offset had left QC,
Mhm.
over their original deal because they were still like somewhat under the original deal, and he wanted to do his own thing, and he was at one point trying to pay his way out of the contract. So it really had kind of nothing to do with Quavo and Takeoff. The reason why they separated. Um, but I mean, I get it. In business, and when you start getting all that money, and I mean, you see, Offset, he looking at his wife like, man, she getting the bag. I need to be doing my own thing to be getting my own bag, and I get it. You know what I mean? So that part is just business. So just from that perspective, I mean, bad business broke them up. Good business I would say they would have got back together if it would have been on some good business. But that probably would have been later on down the line. They would have been
Mhm.
old, you know. But yeah, I probably think money would have brought them back together. I think I seen somebody say that in the comments too. Shout out to everybody up here.
And I'm glad you finished off that way. Money would have brought them together. So do you guys believe family death brings people much closer?
Ugh.
I would say temporarily. Temporarily.
Let me tell you, when my baby daddy was killed, me and my baby mama, like, we was already close, but we did feel the need at the time to, have our kids, you know, they know because Connor and his other sister, they had the exact same birthday and everything. So we just felt
Mhm.
it's important for them to know each other, and also that brought us closer. But like you said, it's temporarily, and but it's like it's no bad blood. It's just not how it should be. But
Right.
then when my daddy died, my stepmom completely cut me off. Like she literally was like, I don't want to like them your kids, them are my kids. I'm gonna go live my life. And it was like, wow, like you've been in my life since I was 8 years old.
Right.
And as soon as my dad died, you was like, oh, bye, I'm free. And then I'm cool. But my children have been around you
Mhm.
their whole lives. You just took the money and left, and really went against my dad's wishes. But
Right.
it just depends on the situation. It just depends on how everything is. When my dad passed away, we really wasn't seeing eye to eye. When my baby daddy was killed, we wasn't seeing eye to eye. It just depends on the kind of people that you're dealing with at that time.
Mhm.
And then it really sucks, but you just gotta move accordingly. You can't. Me, I can't dwell. Like life still has. It's things are unfortunate, but you gotta keep moving.
And let's go on.
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. Definitely sessions. That's how I felt about that. For sure. For sure.
Same. So you said no. Family death doesn't
No, I said
bring people together.
I didn't say no. I said
It's rare.
temporarily because at that point, y'all both got something in common right now. So it's
Mhm.
easier to, you know what I'm saying, to identify with somebody that you got something in common right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? They probably gonna grieve together, be cool for a little while. And like we just said, like with that money in there too though, you know what I'm saying? They got some business to attend to right now. Like you can't forget that too. They got some business to attend to. Like record sales, all that about to go through the roof. So temporarily, they gonna be back on it. And I could see that probably fading away again. It already faded. Already, like, you know what I'm saying? This death ain't forever. The feelings with that death, I mean, let's just be honest. Life goes on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right now they gonna handle what they gotta handle. They gonna, you know what I'm saying? Mourn the death and
Right.
all of that. But then after a while, I can see that relationship, you know, fading
Mm-hmm.
again.
You're right about that. Rexes.
I'm gonna say it won't. It doesn't. Because at the end, like, my grandma was the glue. The reason why I'm saying it doesn't, because like I said, when my grandma passed away, and there was like nobody to actually make us come together, everybody went, like, they ran in other directions. Um, my grandma passed away when I
Mm,
think I was in like my late teens, early 20s. I just joined the military, and like I remember my grandma passed away, and we all came down. I saw all my family. Usually, I see my family like once a year. After that, there were no calls for greetings, nothing like that. I came back home to visit. They had taken down her house. They'd all moved onto the property. Like,
wow.
that was the glue. Like, what kept us together was her. The moment that she was there, you really kind of started to see like how everybody was interacting. Like, they started arguing with each other. We'd never argued as a family as long as my grandma was around, because it's like something would just come flying out of a random direction. You could be in the back around the barn and she might hit you with a brick and she's still sitting on the front porch. Grandma didn't play that. Like, there was no fighting
Like
when we were
her.
home. Like, it came out of
Right,
no.
right.
Grandma.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
no.
Same session.
So that's the reason why I say no. If you close, y'all are already close. You know what I mean? It shouldn't take that, because at that point in time, y'all
Right.
ain't really meant it for the right reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Kingy, do you believe family death brings people much closer?
I'm gonna say, no, it really just depends. It's situational. Like Ray said, if y'all already close, I mean, that does bring people closer. But with that situation, even though they family, I still feel like it's gonna be on business. I think Fame said it, Ricks. I think everybody agreed on the panel. It's a money, out the situation or whatever. I mean, it's not a bad thing when you look at it because of the legacy that they built together. Um, but yeah, just from that perspective, I still feel like in that situation, they ain't gonna get back together until it involves the right amount of money.
Correct. I
Nope.
agree.
It's nice to talk about
All
why y'all
right.
write up those
So
contracts,
this
though.
is my last question. This is my last question, and then I'm gonna hand it off to Kingy because we're running short on time. So I just want to do a little quick thinking exercise since this is a deep topic. What family member did you have issues with that was mended through tragedy? Secret.
None actually. To be honest, I get along with most of my family. They just don't like my mama, but they like me. So
Okay,
I
same.
don't really have
Uh, I'm gonna say honestly nobody neither, but like like this situation kinda, you know what I'm saying? Like when my grandma passed away, kinda like what Rex was talking about, when grandma passed away, um, we all came together at the funeral, me and a couple cousins, chopped it up, you know what I'm saying? I used to do music with a couple of my cousins. We got back and started doing a little music. But it was temporary, y'all. It was temporary. You know what I'm
Everybody went
saying?
back
Like
on
I
what
don't
they
have
were
a
doing.
problem with them. It's just that we not that close. You know what I'm saying? We kind of, as you grow older, you start doing your own thing. You got your own agenda. They got their own agenda. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not to say that I might not call my cousin next week, but we've never, we lost, you know what I'm saying? We lost our closeness. That's all I'm going to say. And when my grandma passed away for like about a month or two, like we were tight. Like, you know what I'm saying? We was
Mhm.
reminiscing about the old days of grandma's house. Oh, remember that day at grandma's house and all that. But then after you told all of the stories, man, now it's back to,
Yep.
Back to the beer.
Sound about right. Rexus?
I'm gonna say no. Like my favorite uncle passed away. And like of course favorite uncle, that was my favorite cousin. And like you said, we ain't talked, we grew up, he had stuff to do, I had stuff to do, and we just grew apart. He passed away, we talked for a while, and just like you said, we sat up in there, we were reminiscing. It was like, hey man, we should meet up. Let's go on nothing, let's go do something. Yeah, that sounds great. We ain't called each other since. You know what I mean? That's
how I be.
It sounded great at the moment, because trust me, it was a genuine smile. It was a genuine question.
I was about to say, y'all genuinely meant that from the heart.
Yeah, I genuinely meant it. In that when we were talking, like, that is good. We do need to meet up. And then when that time had passed and that loss and with the grievance had passed, that commonality was,
Yeah.
We were never in bad blood, but just that simple. We lost contact. We ain't talked to each other since.
Right.
I can dig it for sure. I can dig
He
it.
busy.
I can dig it.
Kingy?
Give me the question again so I can first answer this the right way. Because
what family member did you have issues with that mended that you mended a tragedy with?
Man,
I'm sorry. What family member did you have issues with that mended through tragedy? I'm sorry.
Oh, that mended through tragedy. Man, I want to say my little cousin Flizzy. We call on the Get Lit show the second round Flizzy round. I did that with him or whatever. But like just kind of how that situation. He he was really going through some stuff, drug issues, and he was always hitting me up for money. So I ain't, I don't want to talk. I ain't got nothing,
Right.
At that point now, I'm mad because I ain't trying to be supporting. I'm not trying to be enabling, and so we kind of lost touch. And he ended up passing like 2 years ago, and I still think about that every day. Like we were supposed to get up, we were supposed to, but we had a situation going on where we weren't always able to just see each other.
Mhm. Understandable. Okay. Well, that's the last question that I have for that story. So again, for those of you guys just coming in, welcome to Anonymously Ari, where it goes down every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just got finished discussing the loss of Takeoff and a possible reuniting of the Migos, and we also discussed Dwayne Wade's ex-wife, Theo Vaughn, filing a legal document trying to prohibit Zaya from getting a sex change. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to my co-host, Kingy, and we're going to go ahead and go over some sports teams.
That part. Shout out to everybody in here. I got to do the whining voice. Okay, it's the whining voice. Shout out to the whole panel. Rex is in here. Fame up in here. He snuck up in here. He was like, y'all, look, let me up in here.
Get up in here. Let me get in there.
Kitchen in here. Troy in here. Getting active on the gift box. I need everybody in here to be like pressing them buttons, okay? The favorites and all that. But now, who y'all? You know how we start this out. Who y'all basketball teams?
I'm gonna have to get me a favorite team because I swear he asks this every week, and I just be like,
yeah, you got to get you a team.
Yeah,
who y'all basketball team? It's football season. Who y'all
Look,
football
I get
team?
it football, bro. I'm here
Uh,
for football. I'm
the
here
Okay,
for
Browns.
football. I ain't gonna lie.
Browns
football. Okay, who
everything.
y'all football team? I see the Seahawks
New
in here.
York Knicks.
New York.
Eagles,
Okay. All right.
Football,
Eagles and
Dolphins.
Panthers.
I'm the Dolphin
Don't
fan.
the Knicks?
You
Isn't Knicks
the Dolphins. Okay.
basketball?
Okay. New England shout. Everybody up in here getting active in the comments in the gift box.
Giants.
But we gonna jump over here into this sports
Giants. You
and
actually type. I'm surprised my bot let you type that. Giants.
For real.
yeah, we're gonna jump over here to the sports section, and it's really just following up on what we were getting at last week.
I
And
was
so if
hoping you were going
y'all
to talk
missed the
about
show
that.
last week, make sure y'all go check out our YouTube channel and go check out the show from last week. And shout out to Rex's on all the recording and engineering behind the scenes and the bows. All right. But look, last week, if you missed it, we basically talked about how Kyrie, the situation Kyrie's in, and basically just off the hip paraphrasing, Kyrie posted a link on his Twitter to a documentary. It's a film, I should say, and this film uh, is called "From Hebrews to Negroes," and it basically is just yeah. They don't like that. Okay, people don't like that. Okay, because it's a lot of stuff on there that it just for lack of a better word, just kind of makes Jewish people look bad. This is what I gather from it. But at the same time, I mean, if I get what's going on, as far as like if he's how he put it out there, he just if y'all don't know how it happened, he just put it out there with no context. He just put the link up there, no context. I mean, you're Kyrie Irving, you can't, without context. So I see the wrong in that part. But what we getting at to now is so after he's done this, Kyrie Irving uh, when asked to make an apology, it took him like a week to make his apology, right? Because he was, he's standing on what he was, what he's believing in, freedom of speech or whatever. And so after this week passed, that's when the team he played for the Brooklyn Nets. That's when the team took to give him a 5-day suspension. And that was right after the show last week when we found that out. So now, fast forward to now. Um, so not only does he have to apologize, they have a whole list.
Five.
Huh?
Five, right? Five
Oh,
things
it's like
he has to
six
do?
things. It's like six
Oh, when
things
I
now.
last read it was 5 things that he had to do.
It was like 5 things. Okay, so yeah, I mean, if you keeping up what's going on, I mean, like I know there's some smart people here. Y'all keeping up what's going on in the airways and just seeing what's going on. Yeah, so basically, it's like the media is trying to villainize him, in my opinion. But before we get to the question, all right, so he has to uh, do this list, as we'll say, before they allow him to come back. Not only with his 5-day suspension that you posted, and he has to meet with the owner. And this is the kicker right here. He has to meet with the owner for training. There's some more stuff on this list. You see what I'm saying? I mean,
I
y'all
think
see
they
where I'm
want him
getting
to
at. I'm
make
really
a
tiptoeing
donation.
around this.
Yeah,
We
They
tiptoeing around.
they want him to make a donation, and I think they want him to meet with the owner
and
of like the
and they want him
Empire.
They make him they want him to do a 500K donation, which he's given already. And mind you, he sat out because he didn't want to take the COVID vaccine. and now that people are getting back pay for for when they got fired from their jobs for not taking the COVID vaccine. They're getting paid, so he's really owed $2 million. So just keep all this in mind. All right. So the question is, do you think it's too harsh? I mean, I know what y'all gonna say. Y'all think it's too harsh, or y'all think what y'all think? How y'all feel about it?
I
think
it's
that
too
they
hard.
making.
Go ahead, Fame. Go ahead, babe.
No, ladies first. Not bad. I shouldn't have said nothing. Yo,
I think it's too harsh. I read the list of everything that they wanted him to do, and I think it's very harsh. They want him to donate $500,000. Like you said, he's already done that. They want him to do a public apology. They want him to meet with the program or the organization for the
Yeah, they want him to meet. Yeah.
Yes, and then they want him to take like a course, like a training course on something. I can't remember what it was, but
the Jewish caucus.
Yes.
That's what it is. Yeah.
They want
So
you would put me in a room where everybody person that actually hates my guts.
Oh, sensitivity training. Okay.
You know what?
We already talked about.
What are you paying me to do again? What does this have to do with what you pay me to do?
You know
what's my profession? One more time. I forgot.
If we stuck together like this, we will be able to have that same power, because how disrespectful as being colored that you have to go do something like that after what we have ourselves have already been through. Like, it's just so disrespectful. It's like throwing dirt. It's like spitting on someone. Disrespectful to me. Like, because I have no idea about oppression as like what, like, man, if we stuck together, you see what happens when you stick together. You move masses,
right?
So we put certain people in power, and then all we can do is complain now, and ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. And we just got to deal with it. Exactly. We don't stick together. Don't even get me started on LeBron. I need you to play better anyway, because you suck this season. Got Russell out there by himself making 30 points. All right, go ahead.
Y'all heard they asked LeBron too, what he thought on the Kyrie situation. And if y'all heard hear the video, it's surfacing everywhere, like on YouTube or whatever. Basically, LeBron threw him under the bus.
All the way under.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. Everybody under the bus.
Of course he did.
And I'm thinking, what? Just say nothing.
It's LeBron.
What did he say though? What he said though?
He basically, I'm paraphrasing. He basically was just saying that he doesn't condone hate, which none of us do. And ultimately, just in my opinion, it's just LeBron was just trying to say the right things when he should have said nothing.
Nothing at all.
I'm glad you said that.
Man, I feel like they love to humiliate this dude, Kyrie Irving, man. They've been doing this dude dirty his whole career, pretty much. Like, when he gave his preference on the women that he liked, it was something. When he talked about the world was flat, it was something. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now they really like humiliating this dude, for this dude to have to go through all of that. The way I feel
I wasn't feeling him when he said that though. It was like,
I mean, I wasn't feeling
he's like,
him either,
he's like Kanye West.
Thank you,
West, cry wolf, cry wolf. And then when you really hit some, now don't nobody want to listen, because they didn't,
your track record, messed up.
I feel you though, man. I didn't agree with it neither. I didn't agree with none of the statements, but one thing I did agree with is that it was his opinion, man. Like, you can't just go do this to this dude just because he got an opinion, man. What they trying to do is they trying to silence this dude. Like they trying to make him feel like he can't be him. He can't say what he want to say. You got to you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just how I feel.
All right, so just real quick. So Nick Cannon, believe it or not, you know, he spoke out on it. He was on a radio show, a podcast, and he spoke out about it. And basically, what he was saying was like, all right, this was a move where, like, what do you say? This is a move that the old Jewish slave masters will pull on their slaves, right? Now, peep game. This is Nick Cannon. What he said was, um, when one get out of line, you punish them, and basically the analogy is them showing everything that, okay, the Nets are saying, this isn't the NBA, this is the Nets that are saying, oh, he's got to do this, and this to show everybody that, look, this is what you gonna get if you
They set in the standards. They set in the standards.
They not necessarily setting the standard per se, but they setting an example.
For real.
They made him an example. So next, it's gonna still be some people that's gonna get out of pocket to them. I don't really think that was out of pocket though. Like, you know what I'm saying? The man did what he wanted to do, and they made an example out of him.
Here you go.
Yeah. No, for real. Definitely made an example out of this.
Freedom of speech.
But
here you go.
I was just chilling with Rello the other day. He said, man, and I feel the same thing. To be honest, I understand NBA and all of that, but majority of the players is black. Just imagine if these folks get their money together and create their own league. Then what? Because there's money there.
Then they're going to take them out because they don't like that. They don't want us to buy networks. They don't want us to own teams.
No, they don't.
Hey, look, you know what?
No, they don't.
I just think that the Nets have, like, royally messed up the franchise now, because now you got an owner. Now you got the owner that can that's pulling these stunts, like, and then he's like, and he's got to meet with me for certain training, sensitivity training. What is that?
That's what
from the owner.
Sensitivity training.
Your own personal.
But the owner though. But
yeah,
you know
from the
what,
owner.
though?
Like, who are you? You gonna tell me like, okay?
Yes.
Okay. You know, we ain't gonna get deep into it, but
I was about to say, because if you
what you get, fam?
If you really look at it though, man, these people are coming from a standpoint of just like any owner. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't making that burger right at Burger King, you gonna get fired, or he gonna make an example out of you to the other employees. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, at the end of the day, he cutting that check. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not feeling what you saying. All right, now you're getting out of pocket. I'm cutting your check, man. I feel. I feel that, but at the end of the day, though, that dude, they cutting that silence in that man, and I don't really feel that.
I have a question to add on top of that. So, clearly they're saying he has a 5-day suspension in order for him to keep playing and get off of suspension with pay. He has to do this list of things. Do you think this whole scenario is going to affect him for future drafts?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Every team needed Kyrie just like every team needed Draymond. Like, he's gonna go.
I don't know.
I mean, here's my thing though. It could affect in a positive way and it could affect in a negative way. There may be an owner is like, about time somebody said that. Come here. Don't even worry about them. I got you. I'll pay you. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's the owners. It's the owner's decision. These owners don't care about each other.
I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't no owner saying it because they
Yeah.
all on the
Nah,
They
same.
all
They
friends.
all on the man. Nah,
Yeah.
They all
this really
friends.
need to be hush hush. They don't want look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't. Nah, they
You
ain't
think
What
he
trying.
they
done?
Man,
You
they.
think
what
he
they
done there?
doing?
Hey, if the Lakers don't pick him up, they gonna call it Kaepernick.
Yeah. I feel like they
They
tighten. See, the NBA,
I'm
the
I
telling you,
was
NBA kind
saying,
that boy finna be.
somebody.
Nah.
I'm just
I
saying.
feel
Come
like
on, Lakers need some help
the
out there.
NBA tightening up, man. They
A lot of help.
tighten up on the ship. They headed
It's
toward the
becoming a
direction that the
business. Well,
NFL
it's
was
already a
going.
business,
Yeah.
but it's a
Good
business.
business.
Yeah. They headed toward the way that football is. Like, you know what I'm saying, with all they owners and stuff. Like they used to back in the day tighten up, but then we got a little freedom for a few years.
So
And now
you're
they
saying
tightening up
that
the ship.
you're saying that the NBA is becoming more political.
The the NBA is becoming
All
more
sports
like
now. They used to get busy in
the
sports, like.
NFL. Yeah.
But they don't do hockey like that. They be beating the crap out of each other. Have y'all ever seen a hockey game?
I have.
You want to know the common thing about
And
hockey
I'm not
that's
usually
not the same about
entertained.
basketball and about football? There's one thing that's really different between basketball and football, but yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I got
Yeah.
you.
No, that is true.
Say,
if
go
it
ahead, Ari.
and
Go
if it
ahead.
was
Go ahead, Ari.
Cause she was
yeah,
so looking up.
I was about to
No,
say,
no. I ain't got no.
yeah. Them black hockey players, they already know what the deal is. They know who they surrounded by. They don't want to make a mistake. They don't want to make it because the referee might let them get beat up for real out there.
Stomp today.
Look,
Right.
it really is anonymously in here tonight. Okay.
All right, you guys, that sums up our sports section. Session of sports tea. Again, this is Anonymously Ari. Thank you guys for all coming through. Every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna go ahead and close out. Secrets, go ahead and close out. Let them know what you got going on, when you stream, where they can find you, and when.
Hello, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy the show. Thank you, Ari, for having me again. My name is Secret's Kitchen. I have a true crime ASMR mukbang show every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure y'all come through and hear some true crime and watch me eat some really good food. And I mainly stream on Friday and Saturday nights. And that's it. Thank you.
Of course, baby. Fame.
That was good with it. I'm Fame. Happy to be a part of the show. I got a long list of shows myself, y'all. Just tap the bio. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take y'all through that 5 minute, you know what I'm saying? Introduction to all the shows. I want to do y'all like that.
Rexus.
What's going on, y'all? Rexus. I host Executive Chef Wars every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, or what is it? What is it? What is it? Every 7 p.m. Yeah, standard time. My bad. I can't roll my R's anymore. Like I said, shout out to the house judge, Ari in the building. Make sure y'all come check us out. It's always a vibe.
Hey.
Hey, shout out to everybody pulling up. If y'all just pulling up, y'all know what time it is. Anonymously Ari. We had Fame in here. You know what I'm saying? Secret Kitchen came through. Rex, he was supposed to cook us something, but we was taking shots, so don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later. You know what I mean? You can call me Kingy. Tap into my IG. I got a lot of different content. Make sure y'all tap in with me in the morning, 9 a.m. Tomorrow night, my feature show will be at the top of the spot. Okay. 9 p.m. Eastern.
That word.
Hello. And you guys, I'm here. Tuesday, I am Hood Wars house judge. every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Top Badge Rex is live every Wednesday, and my live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have Anonymously Ari, and then you can catch me every Thursday and King Top Badge live, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Thursday for Getting Lit. I appreciate all y'all for being here. It is always a pleasure. And anybody interested in being on the show, being a special guest, make sure that you send me a DM on Instagram or Secrets as well. You can DM her as well. I greatly appreciate it. That is the end of the show. Shane, you got something to drink?
I do. I just pulled up, y'all. I had just got off